own layers for him. Okay, so, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the forward motion. See, I'm going to cut the keys from this and put them onto him. So the runner onto the walker. So I don't actually need the translation on this control for the runner. I don't need the Monty Run. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in a separate layer anyway. So I'm going to select my Monty Run character and put him in a layer, and I'll make it blue, and I'll call it Monty Run. So I've got a Monty Run layer as well, which I can make it a template, I can make it unselectable, or I can make it invisible. Yeah, so I've got all these options. Right, so that's the Monty Run. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this layer here, and I'm just going to select the rotations and all it's only actually keyed in the Z translation, but because I'm pressing S, I'm putting a key in every frame. But I'm going to break the connections here, which gets rid of all the animation. So I only have animation now on this forward runner. Now, the next thing I have to do is I have to work out where I want the run to join with the walk. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to turn the auto key off. What I'm going to do is, it will obviously be when the walk speeds up a bit, so maybe, I'm trying to think what would be a good place. Maybe I'm going to have a quick look at the speed here. Maybe somewhere around here. Maybe 76. Okay, 76. I'll do it for 76. If I look at 76, you know, his foot's on the ground. Now, what I do next is I need to get these main controls in exactly the same position. So the easiest way to get the controls in exactly the same position is I'm going to constrain this control to this one. So I can highlight this control, and then I'm going to go shift select this, and then I'll go constrain, and I'll go constrain point. You see, and the runner is in the same place. And just to make sure that there's no, the rotate is in the same rotation, I'll go constrain orient. So now, when I've got this main control in exactly the same place, if I make the Monty walk invisible, you'll see it's in the same place. This is a good thing about having layers. You can toggle them on and off. So I can have the Monty run on or the Monty walk on, and you'll see that the base control's in the same place. I'm going to break the connections on the Monty run constraints, so that, because I don't want this constrained when I start copying and keying frames. It's just to get it in the same position. So I can break connections here, and that gets rid of them. And now I've got the walk both in the same place. But the problem is, I'm just going to make the Monty walk a template so you can see the difference. I want the feet, actually the feet look in a similar position, if I'm honest. The feet here, I said the feet are not far away. That's because sometimes what you end up having to do is shift the animation, like I'll show you very quickly. Sometimes it's necessary to grab hold of the animation and, you know, shift it like this. I'll show you. I can grab this is just the animation on the Monty running, and sometimes you have to shift it. You can see I'm shifting it to try and, wait a minute, I'm just going to do that again. I'll make Monty invisible so I'm not selecting his controls by any reason. I think I might have been. So I'm going to get all that, and I'm going to make Monty walk on again. And you see, I can see now I can actually shift the whole animation of my Monty run so it lines up. So I want the foot in roughly the same position, and that's close enough, so I'll leave it there. Okay, I've just rewound this a little bit, because what I realized, this is basically, I'm going to turn on my Monty walk and Monty run, and go to, what frame was it I was combining them on? Frame, I think it was 70, was it 71? Or 70, anyway, so I'm going to, for the Monty Walk, I'm just going to make this, it's about this frame here, 76. Now one thing I forgot to do, when I went and selected the Monty Walk, this controller here, I selected it and I shift selected the this one here, the Monty Run, in order to constrain this, you know, so that the Monty Run has, if I just show the Monty Run, I'll just unselect it, the Monty Run has these constraint channels. Now what I did do was I then just selected all these channels and I broke the connections because I just wanted it in the correct position. I didn't want it constrained, so in 76. But what you have to be very careful when you do this is that you don't still have the Monty main controller selected, because if you do and you break the connections, you will delete the animation of this controller as well, the walk controller. And it is very important that we have this animation. If I just press F on the Monty, or is it Translate Z, on the Monty Walk controller, it is very important that this animation is still here, so you don't want to delete it. You're only deleting it of frame 71, or actually, where is it, 76, sorry, of the, I'll just make it off the Monty Run, yeah, not the Monty Walk. So I'm just going to break the connections here so that these are lined up now. Now, what you want to do is I want to connect this to my Monty Walk. So the Monty Walk, which has this animation on it, or this animation, from 76, I'm going to delete all of the animation, including, so I'm going to, this is just my Monty Walk animation. I'm going to delete everything from 76 because I'm going to join the run at 76. So I'm just going to delete it all. So there you go. At 75, actually I'm not going to delete, I'll leave frame 76 on, but I'll delete everything else. So there we go. So I've got frame 76. Now I'm going to paste, so that's, this animation now goes like that, and then it stops. Actually, I can still see there's some stray keys on this for some reason. Let's see. So I'll go to 76 again. You've got to make sure you delete everything. I'll go in here again and delete it. Okay, so now it goes up and it stops. There we go. That's it. That's my walk. Now I'm going to go to my Monty Run. And I'm going to make the walk a template so I can still see it. I'm going to turn my run on. And now, actually I'm quickly just going to select my Monty Run. I'll turn the walk on again. And now I can see that because I'm joining the run, and I've got the run's looping just now. But there's two things I can do, because I want this animation. I want it to go at 76 from a walk to a run, and then run on for about 120 frames. So what I can do is I can either bake out the run to get these extra frames, going up to say 100 and 130, or I can simply shift this, because remember this animation is looping, the run animation is looping, so I could just shift it so I get to the same bit here with the foot in this position, but just further back some here on this curve. So I can just select the whole thing, get my translate tool, and just shift the whole thing, and just shift it back somewhere right here so I get the foot the same position. So where is about there? So there it is. So there. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this bit of animation and paste it onto the other rig. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this looping. I don't need it to loop anymore. So I'll go curves, pre-infinity, constant, curves, post-infinity, constant. And now I'm going to select, let's say I want this animation to go to save frame 130. From 76, I'm just going to shift select this all the way up to 130. I'm going to go right click, copy. I'm going to make the Monty Run invisible. I'm going to go to the Monty Walk again, go to 76, and then right click,